Hey, Shalom, before I start, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Akakudash, and I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who do rule well, and peace and mercy to the elect throughout the four winds of the earth, pushing his word and truth and in sincerity. This is the brother Kabash from the Phoenix, Arizona camp, coming back at you with another lesson, man. Praying and hoping that it will be edifying. And hey, man, we are surely approaching the day of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. That great and terrible day. But it's not for us to fear, though, man. Because if you have this this knowledge and wisdom, then hey, man, then you have nothing to be afraid of. If you're doing something with it, of course, you know, doing the good works and presenting yourself a living sacrifice. You know, doing the things that the Lord commanded the elect to do, man. To put on the whole armor that we may withstand the wiles of the devil. But for those who don't have this truth, man, and for those who turn their ear from hearing it and their hearts away from doing it, hey, man, it's a great day for you to fear, you know, and you should be terribly troubled. But this is Joel 2:1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand." Hey, man, it's nigh at hand, man. I mean, come on, man. We're seeing all the signs, man. You know, seeing the blood moons, seeing eclipses. We're seeing earthquakes in diverse places. We're seeing uproars of the people. We're seeing wars and rumors of wars. Come on, man. All the things that are prophesied in the Bible that come to pass before the end comes. You know, because Yahushua said that all these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Hey, we're seeing their jab is about to become mandatory, and I can almost guarantee that they'll do that by the end of this year, but by the end of 2021, that they'll have that jab mandated, man. Like, if you want to work, you gotta have that jab. You know, they are looking to fulfill the book of Revelations 3:16, man, because that's got to come to pass. It says, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." Now, right, man. So it says that there hath not been ever the like. Now, people think about back in the times of Noah, when the Lord flooded the whole earth and all those people were drowning and suffering and all this, man. And you would think that was a great and terrible day, because the Lord only saved 8 people on the earth. Now think how much worse this is going to be, man. This time it's going to be through sufferings of famines, man. Through sicknesses, you know, through the pestilences. It's going to be a great and terrible day. It says, "There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after." So going back in time and going forward in time, the day of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be the worst day that the earth has ever seen. And that's why you should be in fear, you know, if you don't have this truth. Because the scriptures tell us that he hath not given us the spirit of fear. Because, as it says in Isaiah 33:6, man, that knowledge and wisdom shall be our stability. You know, it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Hey, and that's talking about those thermonuclear missiles, man. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, because the scriptures talk about arrows being shot into the ends of the earth. You know, those are those arrows. You know, a fire devoureth before them. Come on, man. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, man. You know, it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. You know, all their faces are gonna be black from the fire of that smoke, man. Let's jump into Amos 5. I'll start at verse 15. Actually, I'll start at verse 14. It says, seek good and not evil, that you may live. You know, and a lot of people seek evil, man, but we know that. And so Yahweh, the God of hosts, shall be with you, as ye have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, God of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. You know, because there's only going to be a remnant to return to the Lord, and only the remnant is going to be saved. You know, the 144,000. It says, therefore Yahweh, the God of hosts, the Lord, saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith Yahweh. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? You know, because people, you know, these Christians and these other religions, you know, they quote unquote seek the day of the Lord as they claim, but they don't understand what the day of the Lord is truly gonna be. You know, they don't understand that that only 144,000 are gonna be saved, man. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. You know, and that's just talking about that you're not going to be able to escape the plagues of the last days. You know, let me jump into something else, man. Let's go back to Joel 2, going to verse 30. It says, I will shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come. And man, I don't know if it's just me, man, but there's been a lot of blood moons. There's been a lot of blood moons and eclipses, man, happening constantly. Because normally it happens like every couple of years, you know, every 5-10 years, every 3 to 5 years. But man, it's been happening every year. You know, or even multiple times a year. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall be delivered. For in the Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. So let's talk about Israel. In Israel, there's only going to be deliverance, not any of you other heathen nations. You know, all the plagues that are to come are to devour you. You know, it says, as Yahweh has said, and the remnant whom Yahweh shall call. You know, so the Lord is calling a remnant. You see, a remnant is a particular group of people, aka not everyone. That and that's why the scriptures say that not all who say, "Lord, Lord," shall be saved, because there's work and performance that you got to do in this thing. You know, you gotta uh, um, you have to do your best to follow His laws and His statutes and His commandments. You know, to the best of your ability, of course. But you can't be out here loving evil and hating good, because the scriptures tell us that they put that they put good for evil and evil for good. You know, plus these other religions are, you know, uh, uh, they're destroying the minds of the people because their doctrine is totally off. This is Zephaniah 1:14. It says, "The great day of Yahweh is near; it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of a trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung." You know, and that word dung means shit. And the scriptures tell us that their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of a great city. You know, what's that great city? You know, what's that great city upon the face of the earth, man? It's America. You know, so there's gonna be dead bodies lying in the streets here, man. That's how terrible the day of the Lord is gonna be. It says, "Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of His jealousy." And there's only one thing that can cause fires that great that we know of here on the earth, man. Those thermonuclear missiles, which are all a part of the Lord's arsenal. You know, they are a part of His army. There's a reason that He put it in the minds of men to create them, because they have a duty to fulfill, and that's going to be part of the Lord's wrath upon the planet Earth. It says, "But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of His jealousy, for He shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land." Hey, a speedy riddance, man. You know, don't the scriptures say that that the plagues of this place are going to come in, I think it said 1 hour? You know? And plus it said, and neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them. So if we go to Proverbs 11:4, it says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." So the only way that you're going to be able to be delivered is by having righteousness, you know, and by doing the things I'll be Habashim Shai in truth and in sincerity and with diligence. That's what delivers from death, not this money, you know, not mammon. But with that, man, I hope that this was edifying. Until next one, I'm going to say shalom.